Hey everybody, what's going on? Justin here, sportsrecruitinguniversity.com. And in this video right now today, we're going to be talking about when to actually start the recruiting process, what year you need to be doing what. Now, the very first thing that I want to mention is this is going to vary per player, by the player, okay? It's not going to be the same for every single player out there. You know, there's not a set date. Okay, you need to start the recruiting process your sophomore year on August 5th. I mean, that just doesn't make sense. It's going to be a little bit different for everyone, but there are some guidelines that I'm going to lay out in this video. Now, first of all, you cannot officially be hearing from college coaches, at least an NCAA Division I or a Division II school, legally until after your sophomore season. So for a lot of those people that say, yeah, I just verbally committed signed my letter of intent as an 8th grader or something ridiculous like that. No, they didn't. They're just trying to show off to you. No, they didn't. At least legally, they're not allowed to do that. And also, that date after your sophomore season, it varies depending on your sport. So one thing that I get questions on all the time is, I keep calling this coach, he's not answering me. I leave him a voicemail, he's not calling me back. And I ask, what year are you? And they say, I'm a freshman in high school. Well, coaches aren't allowed to actually contact you. They're generally allowed to respond to you. So if you send them an email or something like that and you initiate the contact, then they're allowed to reply to you, but they're not allowed to just pick up the phone and say, hey, we're really interested in recruiting you, that type of thing. So here's what I recommend. Number one, if you're in middle school still, personally, I would recommend just continuing to work on your skills. I think there's no reason why you should be making a highlight video or sending out highlights or contacting coaches in middle school. I just think it's way too early. You're not mature physically, you're not mature mentally. Coaches really have no interest in actively recruiting a player that they actually can't see in their program for another 5, 6, 7 years. I mean, that's just ridiculous. It doesn't make sense. So if you're in middle school, just focus on your skills. Now, as a freshman and a sophomore in high school, another thing that I would recommend is also just focusing on honing in your skills. There are certain things, certain small things you can do with the recruiting process, but I would really recommend just honing in on your skills because, like I said, even as a freshman and a sophomore, you're not as physically mature or mentally mature as you're going to be as a junior or senior, okay? You just let your body develop, let your mind develop, let your skills develop. And what do you think your highlight tape, which year do you think your highlight tape is going to be better, your freshman year or your senior year? I'm pretty sure your senior year is going to have a lot more positive highlights. You're going to be a lot bigger, stronger, faster, that type of thing, and that really plays a big part of it. So as a freshman and a sophomore, really focus on just getting better, working on your craft, get bigger in the weight room, get bigger, faster, stronger. Focus on your grades. That's a huge thing. So fundamentals, work on hard in the weight room, bigger, faster, stronger. Focus on academics. That's a huge thing because your grades matter, okay? One thing that people don't really realize is, you might only get a half-ride athletic scholarship. If you have great grades, however, you can also get a half-ride or at least close to it academically, which brings you up to a combined full ride, okay? Chances are, you're probably not going to get a full ride just athletically. There's just not enough money to go around, okay? So really focus on the grades aspect of it. And also another thing that I would recommend is get involved with some extracurricular activities besides just your sport. So join something like student council or DECA or FBLA. There's plenty of these programs out there for you to join, and I would highly, highly recommend that you do that, okay? So that's really what you should focus on as a freshman and a sophomore. Some small things you can do. You can start learning about the recruiting process, the ins and outs of it, what you can do, learn the rules, learn when your official signing date's going to be, that type of thing. And then I would also start combining or creating rather a list of targeted schools that you're going to be interested in going after. So 50, 100, 200 schools, whatever you think is good. Just make sure it's at least 50 schools. Don't go after 5 schools and expect a ton of great results, okay? But the better you are, just skill-wise, and the more you allow yourself to physically mature, mentally mature as a freshman and sophomore, the better off you're going to be in the recruiting process. Now, after your sophomore year, that summer going into your junior year, I really think that's peak recruiting time. I think that's when you need to definitely make your highlight video, your resume, your cover letter, start sending that out to coaches via email. put your highlight video on YouTube, and you really need to start honing in on those 100 or 200 schools. Narrow that list down. If you want, you should start going on unofficial and official visits at that time, your junior year. And if you're gonna do any of those camps or showcases, I mean, be careful, because a lot of them are a big waste of money, but sometimes those can be beneficial to supercharge your recruiting process. So that's all, your junior and senior year. That's when you really need to start hitting it hard. Like I mentioned, freshman and sophomore year, get on track academically, get bigger, faster, stronger in the weight room, get involved with extracurricular activities, and just start learning about the process. And then as a junior and senior, really start digging deep. Okay, if you're a senior, I get a lot of questions also, hey, I'm a senior, and is it too late for me to get recruited? No, it's definitely not too late. But maybe you should stop looking at the Division I level, because most of the Division I level will not be recruiting seniors. They already have their recruiting classes complete. So look D2, D3, NAIA, JUCO, that type of thing. And if you're a senior, you really have to just start rolling the process, start getting it going immediately. You can't waste time as a senior, because graduation will come up on you before you know it. So I hope this video has been helpful, guys. If it has, if you like this video, then you're going to absolutely love my full video training course. You can get it at sportsrecruitinguniversity.com. Okay, that's the website. I will leave some links below for you to check it out. But I would highly recommend the full video training course. It literally is a complete guide to the recruiting process. I'm going to hold you by the hand and walk you through step by step every little bit of the process. I'm going to show you how to make that resume, how to make a cover letter, how to send your recruiting package, how to make a highlight video, how to negotiate scholarship money. I'm going to show you some awesome techniques and tactics. Plus, it's not going to cost you, thousands of dollars like a lot of these recruiting agencies charge. So I would highly recommend that. Again, so there's going to be some links below. It's sportsrecruitinguniversity.com. If you like this video, guys, make sure you leave me a thumbs up and your comments below. Let me know what you want to hear. Let me know what you want to see. If you have any questions, I'll try to make those videos in the coming weeks. And I hope you have a great day wherever you are. And I'll talk to you very, very soon. See ya.